Hey guys, in this video, we're going to talk about Nkla. A little bit of an update here. I know we just recently did Nkla about a couple weeks ago or so. But here on the daily chart, we're still in that falling channel. So again, that upper and that lower trend line of this channel, we're still respecting, we're still holding. So therefore, we're just going to leave everything on. The only thing is this 985 level right here that we have drawn right here. You can see we're still going to leave that on, even though there's not really a whole nothing here going forward. But that was a support for us in the past back in April. So for now, we're going to leave it on, but we might not have to be worrying about that just yet. We're still going to leave that on as our first support, but really the biggest support is going to be right here at that $9 level for us that we're more or less worried about. But again, we're just going to leave that 985 on. Resistance wise, what we're looking at, well, that 9-day EMA, for some reason, we just couldn't get past the mid 990s, and that 9-day EMA is currently trading right at 1005. So for whatever reason, still having trouble with the mid 990s. If we do get above that, then that 9-day EMA at the 10s would be our next resistance. Above that, it's going to be the upper trend line of this channel right at 1030 for our next resistance. And then above that, you're going to have a little trouble here right around the 1112s before we ultimately work our way back up to the 1247 areas. Like I said, for support, 985. Below that will be at 9 level. And then below that, basically, it's going to be this lower trend line wherever that does end up being. So just keep an eye on this channel right here, this falling channel. See if we can finally confirm a breakout. 2 green days in a row. That's good. We have to see what this doji brings. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen tomorrow. Depending on if we gap up or down, we can see if we can kind of continue or run away from this 9-day EMA. You can see that today we opened up, went below it, climbed above it, ran away from it, went back to VWAP, and then now we're above the 9-day EMA currently. So we'll see if we can continue that run away. But if not, we'll see what happens tomorrow and ultimately kind of consolidate maybe a little bit more for a next push for the next leg higher. But again, it's going to be all about this falling channel here on the daily chart. That's what we're worried about more than anything. So IV in here is ridiculously low. IV rank right at 1. This Friday, it looks like everybody's pricing in right around a 30-cent expected move. Next Friday, everybody's pricing in right around a 70-cent expected move. And your September monthly expected move is right around $1.36. So raw IV and everything, basically close to 100, but IV rank, so IV relative to itself, ridiculously low at IV rank of 1. So not a whole lot of juice in here to do anything with, but we'll have to wait and see what happens in here going forward, depending on if we're going to continue this little run up that we just had the past 2 days, or if we're going to consolidate and wait for our next leg higher. But again, just to reiterate, watch that 9-day EMA and then watch this upper trend line here of this falling channel here on the daily chart. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to check us out on our social media. We have attached links to our socials in the description, and we also have a trading service if you're interested. There's more information in the description below.